Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Summit 5 European Qualifier action. It's Alliance versus Team Ad Finem, and we are hopping into game number 2 of this best of 3. We take another look at the bracket to see where we are currently. We're in the lower bracket right now. This is an elimination series. Loser of this is out of the Summit 5. Winner moves on into the finals to match up against Virtus Pro, who have been on a pretty hot streak. So, with that said, Alliance currently down 1 game. They try again for the Bulldog Lone Druid Loda Legion Commander play. Put it together with the push power of a Ake Chen and an EGM, Rasta. It's just not enough to withstand the assault coming out from the Greeks and Ad Finem, Madara Slark, and Thug Death Prophet. It was a sight to behold. And well, I got Ryuuboruzz back joining me remotely once again, Ryu. We got to see if Alliance can shift another gear here, and what a start. We haven't seen this guy in a long time. Somehow, some way, Beastmaster's crept out of the banning phase, and we get to see him played again.
Yeah, this is a really smart understanding from AF. They banned Lycan last, so they knew they were going to give away Beastmaster, but they didn't give away Beastmaster and Lycan, where that's like the liquid opening 100% of the time, even against like Night Stalker and Wisp, because you just have these 2 Necrobook users, constant vision around the map, and you just run at the enemy hero and there's no way you stop them. So I really love that second ban there. That's heads up, and then now they take away the Beastmaster with the Night Stalker vision. Wisp relocate away from Beastmaster Roars is always going to be there, but Alliance have a nice response now. They have Beastmaster coupled with one of the most broken heroes, I think, of this newest patch. The Sunray God just changed his name.
It's funny because you could just tell Alliance are like, I don't want to say desperation mode, but the way they ban, it's like, yes, these are great bans against a team like Ad Finem, but they're like, we're going to take whatever OP shit is left. If it's a Beastmaster, let's get it. But you're right, Ad Finem, they evaluate this situation very nicely. They recognize that Alliance are going to take the best that's going to be available, and they're going to get rid of the Lycan so you don't get that dynamic duo. Alliance are still going to take the next best thing. I mean, oh my god, I never thought I'd see a draft where Beastmaster and Phoenix would be on the same team. That's crazy. So if Ad Finem pull out a win here, that's got to be something for the books, at least as far as this meta goes or where it's been going. And yeah, they're even the response, the Night Stalker, getting their own vision. I mean, I gotta say, I'm impressed. It's only been 2 picks in, but you definitely can see how Ad Finem approached this draft different than many teams would in this kind of situation.
Alliances turn to ban.
For sure. I think both teams have amazing drafts right now. It's going to depend on the next few picks here to couple up with them. Trying to figure out what they really want to both go for. There's a lot of opportunity to go for Disruptor still for Alliance.
Yeah.
Even for AF if they want to put Night Stalker in the offlane. I really do love Disruptor against the Wisp strategies, but I don't think AF necessarily will pick it up. But I think we're in those situations where normally third pick, it should be most likely supports, like your extra third support where you don't show too much. And trying to figure out what's really good here against this Beastmaster Phoenix. I mean, Witch Doctor is a dying hero. Doesn't really help out against the Phoenix. That's why you don't want to see it too much. But it helps out against the Beastmaster. But what else is there? I mean, you do have the Earth Spirit still in the pool for Spartan.
Some teams like to get the Oracle to bail out from the, Primal Roar lockdown, which is okay. And his pairing with Wisp could actually be pretty damn nice. But then you're lacking a bit in the stun department, and I don't think you want to go too much into like the paramedic sustain department for both of your supports. But yeah, they will need a way to kind of make sure they can kind of keep this Beastmaster in check a bit, because it's obviously going to be something that Bulldog is very accustomed to. So I don't know if it starts with the laning phase or something they need to approach for just the vision or the fighting itself, but it looks like it'll be a jug for their third pickup. It takes them a while to think about it, but they're going to go for the jug.
Good hero, good deny pick at the same time. Extra healing against the Phoenix, and a lot of these lineups is always needed. So Sunray doesn't run over you. Now this could allow the Night Stalker to be played into a position
5 seconds
where
remaining.
he's just Iron Toweling in a jungle as a support or rotating around with boots
Reserve
first.
time.
And he can get a lot of kills on the Beastmaster because Juggernaut IO lane is extremely scary. So Beastmaster potentially has to rotate now into the jungle. So it's either a greedy Night Stalker or I would really love to see a greedy Night Stalker this game and then pick up another offlane hero. Whereas Alliance now, man, it's tough. There's so many heroes left in the pool to work around with.
Yeah,
But
I mean, they can always keep Ake on something like the Phoenix and get EGM his staple Rubik that he's had some success with. You already talked about the Disruptor a bit. Witch Doctor also good, against the tether target. Winter Wyvern has been occasionally a decent grab for some teams, and yeah, his curse has been
Moltres
adjusted
plus
a
Ardo
bit.
Kuno.
Yeah, right. So I don't know, but they'll go for the ogre here. I mentioned it a bit when they ran it the last time with the Lone Druid Legion Commander lineup, just to get the Bloodlust for, of course, the bear. But what does this hint at for the rest of Alliance here? I mean, it's nice to have ogre. He's a stun when you need one. He's tanky as all hell, so he's very good at being like a bouncer for the laning phase. He's guarding the runes and zoning very nicely. But I wonder if this is something to possibly complement a future pick or not. Could be thinking too hard about it though.
It might make you think really hard on it. I think Sven is like really good right now for Alliance. Like if they just pick Sven, I think they don't win, but their draft is way superior to AF because he's gonna have a hard time of getting bursted down. It's a natural counter to Juggernaut as long as you pop your Warcry as you're getting Omni. I mean, and then you could just farm faster than a Juggernaut. Echo Saber can crush these heroes. You're on the dire side. Beastmaster's gonna free farm. Can get Roche pretty well with it. I don't know. This seems like the perfect pick for me, at least in this situation. But we'll have to see what Alliance want to do. Maybe they want to pick up their other mid lane hero here. Yeah, there it is. A Viper.
S4 Viper? You don't see that one.
You got
very
Bird
often.
Squad.
Yeah, Bird Squad. Any sort of crazy ass flying freaking creature.
What's the word, Dakota? I forgot the word.
For what?
What's
Aviator? I don't know.
No. Damn it, Dakota! You left me hanging. Okay, it's fine.
But it's not something we see S4 play very often. It's not a very flashy hero, but he's one that will get the job done, and he is a very, very tough contender to bring down in the mid lane. So Puck is gonna have his work cut out for him, though. Thug plays a damn good Puck also, so this is going to be pretty interesting. And I wonder if it raises. I mean, obviously he adds a lot of potential to being able to kite the Jug. Any sort of melee core or melee hero tends to run into a lot of trouble when having to face off against a Viper here. So they do lack in the late game, though. Does Alliance, so it feels pretty single core heavy. But you could say the same for Ad Finem's lineup too.
Yep, they're both kind of like, we're gonna run at you. We're gonna have a lot of sustain with Wisp Jug, and then now the Viper potentially going for that mechanism, the Sunray Heal. So both teams are very durable, and with that Wraith King ban, I love that too. Not having that extra life, that could be game changing. Lion ban here, expecting that to be a Night Stalker offlane. I would still think it's a Night Stalker offlane too. But okay.
Yeah, one of the better heroes for teams who do decide to go with this, like, it's not 4 protect 1, but it's like, if we have to put all of our chips on one core to kind of bring us home, the Spectre is usually one of those heroes most teams tend to go for. So, and it's also a reason, I guess you ban out the Lion because he's pretty good at being able to take care of those illusions pretty damn fast, but or able to get the lockdown and a quick catch on a Spectre who's trying to push out a side lane here. So what do we see? Last pick for Ad Finem. They need that 5 position support. I mean, back in the day, you'd get Undying to really piss off Spectre and go aggro against it, but that hero it's not really a hero anymore. So I'm curious to see what support they want to go for. Ooh, it's a Ricky. It's a blue goat.
Oh, man, Vega did this when we were casting at We Play. Puck plus Ricky strat was so brutal to watch, and they made it work. I wonder if it's going to work out this game. Spectre to me is just like one of the heroes right now, and this game looks like it's going to completely roll over Team AF because they can get in the back lines and find the Wisp instantly. So you have vision on him constantly with that. You have Beastmaster's Hawk scouting, and the relocates can, be denied if they do get the roar off. I guess there's not that many things to cancel the relocate this game, so that could be a very big problem now that I think about it. But tankability from Alliance is there.
Yeah. All these
Alliance
heroes
draft
are
just looks
not
so good.
All these heroes on Alliance do not look
10 seconds
easy
remaining.
to kill.
Oh yeah,
Not
and
at all.
AF, their high
5
ground
seconds
siege is
remaining.
atrocious. They're heavily single target focused. They need to be like, the kill score needs to be like 30-10 for them to win this game. And I'm not saying it's impossible for that, but that's how this
Prepare
game's
for
going to have to go.
battle.
AF are just going to have to constantly fight, and they're going to have to constantly roll over Alliance. Else Alliance is going to win this game past the 30-minute mark, hands down.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that one. We'll have to see, but based on Finem and their strategy, and typical team composition and drafting tactics, it does feel a bit out of the norm for them, but putting themselves in this kind of position where they kind of only have one significant out for their lineup to really be able to make it succeed. But we'll see if they're able to make it work. I mean, I love seeing a Ricky pop into play every once in a while, a hero who was most recently added to Captain's Mode. It's just going to be interesting to watch.
If there's any person in this game in the world and the pro Dota scene that can make Ricky work, it's maybe next time. That has got to be. I've seen him play Bounty Hunter so many times. Ricky kind of fulfills the same role, and I know he can make this hero work. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. But it's funny how he's there. He's scared to go to the high ground just because of what Alliance did last time to him, where they had the
30
sentry there.
seconds to battle.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
was
The
like,
mind
he
games are
doesn't
definitely
care. He's
real.
like, they'll definitely not sentry that one again. And he was heading that way. But now he's taking his business towards the top rune now. And between him and Skylark, I don't know if they're going to have much of a say here. But they are going to see Alliance kind of make their move in and to block out this camp. Or at least now they'll put the obs to the high ground here. Something that
battle
obviously they will
begins.
be able to see, and if it is going to be an off-lane Night Stalker, which it is, maybe they can try to give him a bit of trouble when he tries to move for that side camp at all.
Yep. And Courier going top first. I'm going to have to start watching these games and going top lane first as Bounty Hunter and Ricky now, just for the next levels. Ace gutting out the dust. And what did S4 start with? I guess in this situation you might not need the regen just because you feel so tanky, so you might not need it. But this is where Thug kind of needs to play very aggressive, looking at S4 not getting that Sal ferried out.
And we also have to make sure we can touch base with bottom lane here, the Wisp jug lane, as they try to do their best to zone back this Admiral Bulldog Beastmaster. It's going to be pretty difficult. Beastmaster pretty content usually with these 1v2 situations and being able to hold his own in the lane. And as long as he has these boars, the CS will continue to come. But also mid lane here, as you see now, maybe next time makes his appearance. He gets the few slashes in to S4, but it's a Viper after all, and never going to be an easy target to take down. And just more pinching and poking. Oh, a commitment now for Bulldog. He's in trouble. He has to go for the deny. He's not going to get it. Spartan does, and it's going to be Finem who's strike first. And
Really
uh-oh,
good.
on the
They're
other
all
side,
top
we
lane.
catch the back
Shut
end
up,
of that
shut
one.
up.
Loda makes it away, but Spartan wants to get here. Does he have a
Oh.
tether creep? He's gone. Oh my god.
Oh, can you get the block? The block, the maybe next time block. It's there, boys. Oh, come on, you moved. No.
Okay,
No, just
he keeps going. Spartan's waiting for a tether. Here it comes. Spirit Balls are going to be flying out. They'll pop, but this is Ogre. He's got 8 armor. He's got regen. He's got gains. He's hard to kill. He's juking. He's waiting for his own deny. He also not going to get it. Spartan takes that one too.
Here we go. We got a man fight of the century here. Who's gonna win this?
Oh, oh.
S4 still has the fairy fire. Really well played from Thug, understanding that if he had went for that, that was death.
Okay, that was action across all 3 lanes. One right after the other. These teams really just took off like the fire of a gun. And that started with Bulldog kind of getting taken down in that bottom lane. And Spartan, who's quite the mobile Wisp. My god. He's got his bottle now, but he was quick to show up in that top lane also. was so close to even getting the Loda kill, too. Oh, he did get Loda, didn't he? He got Loda.
Yep. Yeah, the creeps got Loda. It went back. And then, I don't know if he got the EXP, though. That's what I was trying to figure out, but it's so close.
Sorry, top lane, they see maybe next time, but they're trying to bait it as if they don't. But they'll just eat the slash and kind of step back, it looks like, while he works with the creep pull here. Man, what a pretty aggressive game at the start. Supporters from both sides really free to run around as we see EGM kind of do the same. He'll take his business towards the top lane here because they recognize that the Ricky's going to be hanging around, trying his best to, perhaps be a headache for Loda so he can't get that easy farm.
Man, when's the last time you could ever really say that a Puck was beating a Viper in a 1-1-1?
Yeah, 16 on the Puck to the 11 of Viper. And this isn't any normal Viper player. I mean, it's S4 after all. A Puck master in his own right. Definitely running into a little bit of a struggle here.
Yeah, I've just watched Thug, and I'll hold the thought real quick because maybe something will happen on the top lane.
Yeah, I've been watching this top lane as much as I can.
It's getting very, very footsie.
Yeah, they're flirting with each other here. You want to come for this camp? They do, but they don't know how to approach it properly. It looks like Ricky's going to take his business elsewhere, at least head up and around after picking up what looks like the bounty rune now. Good bonus for him. And he'll just kind of continue his path all the way down here towards the bottom. How's bottom been, by the way? Beastmaster at level 3. Madara, level 5. Mid lane, they made the jump for Ricky. Ricky holding in. Now Spartan shows up. Oh my god, the Ricky's so low, he will end up going down. S4 will be returned. EGM shows up and he gets redemption. It actually works out to be a double kill for S4.
Alright, that was a half a second too early, and they missed a lot of spells.
And they're getting low to top lane, or at least they were trying to. It looks like a dagger will finally pop off. And
bottom lane too, Loda. And Bulldog Madara went for the spin and just completely whiffed. But Wisp was around too. Could have went for the tether play. Oh boy.
Definitely gonna keep me on my toes for this one here. Both these teams really. The second they see something go down in one lane, they quickly recognize that they may have the numbers advantage in another lane, and that's where they go. And it causes a lot of this simultaneous action here. Maybe next time
bottom lane. I think they're gonna go.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh no.
No commitment will be had here. A little bit longer, and they'll have that Omni Slash at least available. The kill potential will definitely be a lot easier for them.
That's what I thought too. I was like, I thought you were gonna wait for the ulti there, but just poking and prodding there from maybe next time, showing his cards.
And now back to the business at mid lane. S4 will sidestep, but now even a smoke committed. They're trying their best to soften him up a bit here. As Thug does have his coil, I guess maybe they're hoping for some sort of potential. Uh-oh, EGM's here. He's got dust. He shoots it off right now. Coil is going to be hopping in, and Spartan also shows up. They will tether, they will heal, and they will wait for maybe an opportunity to respond. But nonetheless, it is going to be Finem who will survive in a situation where it could have been an easy kill on that Ricky. Top lane, also Loda getting beaten quite a bit. Ake waits, though, and reserves the Sunray. And,
this is one of the heroes that's really good at just punishing the Phoenix, where you can use Crippling Fear and Void to cancel the Sunray. So I really do love Night Stalker picks against the Phoenix.
Yeah, Skylark has been confidently very far forward in this lane. So he hasn't really been too worried about pulling back. He hasn't moved to any other lane. It is the first Nightfall, but seems pretty content in just sitting in his lane and farming up.
Yep. It's really nice too. He's almost level 6, whereas Spectre and Phoenix are level 4. What is going on in this situation? This is like crushing offlane for him. 32 and 10 right now, whereas Loda's only 22. Yeah. I mean, this is...
Uh-oh. Well, they might get something for themselves now. They're looking to make a move for Skylark. Maybe next time he's here, he will get the Cloud to cancel the beam. Very nice there for the Ricky, but oh, now the Ricky could be in trouble. Good jump by him, and now turnaround! Skylark rolls back in, and they were not suspecting that. And now he's able to get off the silence. Oh, again, Spartan. This guy always shows up at a moment in need, and now they could maybe make a go for Loda. They have the move speed, they have the drive, but
Run!
Reinforcements will show up, and now they'll have to get the hell back. Back and forth we go once more, but this time it will be Finem who do get the nod in the end.
That was a TP not from the base, from coming in from the wisp. That would have been a... Oh, bottom lane, solo kill on Bulldog. Really well played with the Omni Slash there, chasing down the Bulldog with the mango plays. This is going back to that. If they had the wisp with the bottle, they could have had the balls to the face, and Loda would have died. So this is unfortunate for AF, but they're doing really nice. But now they're going to have to worry a little bit because it is daytime, and they need to make sure they don't play too over-aggressive. They still don't have their levels on the heroes that they really need.
Yeah.
Wisp, not 6.
I mean, they're winning in the farm department for all 3 lanes. I mean, Jug, Puck, and Night Stalker just a moment ago were the top 3 as far as CS goes, and about the top 3 for net worth. But, you know, the supports are the ones that have been kind of suffering because they've been, you know, doing so much work, hopping around all of the lanes. They've never really spent any me time, so they definitely need to play a bit of catch up here. Luckily, they have the tomes to help a bit, but they are going to need to find some time to build up the XP and get these level 6s together. We'll definitely escalate Finem's fight potential. He sees Ake TP, but he will let him go. But nonetheless, if they want to be able to get the most out of the next nighttime phase, having those level 6s would be pretty essential.
Yep. And TP, the bottom lane, you can't really roar him because there's the healing ward right behind.
Top lane, relocate. First one of the game, looking to go for Loda. Hitting Alliance where it hurts, and they will succeed. Rotations will come in. S4 is already here. EGM shows up. But it looks like Finem have already gotten what they want. And they are going to be heading right back out. A successful gank by them. Takes down the Spectre.
Really nice too. And they were trying to make a return play on the bottom lane for Bulldog and Ake. They were just a little bit scared when they relocated back down. And this is just really good play coming in from AF. Now they don't have the nighttime to work with for another 2 minutes when it comes down here. So as long as they can get their levels and they get loaded to level 6, they can start pressuring around the map. And they desperately need to for Alliance. They need to stop the bleeding, and then they need to start finding these pickoffs.
And for maybe next time, he's the intriguing one. Can't help but watch at all moments because he keeps driving from lane to lane here. And usually by the side of Ake, as we see right now. Now the jump in from Spartan. They feel pretty good making their move. There's going to be the jump. There's the smoke. And, man, Ake just hits the ground fast. Look at this turnaround war play, though, from Bulldog. Will lead to a kill for him as he leads out with the axes after. Alliance will get themselves a kill. It feels like it's been a while, though.
That was really not worth it at the end of the day, because that was a dominating streak going over to Bulldog, who's going to have a really fast time Necro now. That is very worrisome for AF.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we'll just see, though, if as Skylark heads back to the top lane, he already has a point booster built up towards that future Agnum Scepter. Mid lane, relocate for Loda. Nowhere feels safe, and they'll get him again. AF continue on their warpath. It's a killing spree now in order for the Jug, and they're not done yet. Silence Rift from Thug, looking for a follow-up burst. They are going to be able to take the Ricky down. The Sunray will fly. Good heal comes out. Beautiful catch on the Madara on this one, and they will take him down. It turns into a double kill for S4. Alliance finally find a bit of revenge and a good fight back here after losing Loda.
He mistethered. He tethered the creep instead of Madara. Should have lived there, and that would have been a really good trade. The spec for the Ricky, but very unfortunate. And yeah, this Vanguard on S4, I don't know how you're going to kill this monster now. Very tanky.
It's almost looking like one of those things that they may have to just save him for the final part of the fight. Not someone you definitely want to be committing too much for, or at least trying to pick off first. But now it's Alliance here, making their advancement for their first tower of the game, this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. It looks like they will get it. Their name will not respond, and now Alliance will take their business elsewhere. So a good momentum swing their way, but it is nightfall again. And we have level 6s for the Radiant side. We'll see how much work they can get done. Any chance that maybe next time can maybe scout out some vision here on for Loda. They will have the global presence from that Wisp. They're going to see Loda in the top lane, so I hope TPs are ready here from Alliance. No TP on Ake or EGM yet, though, so Loda better be careful. They're picking
They're making a path.
They're thinking about it.
The trees.
Loda's
Cut
like,
the trees.
I will just go for this creep. No problem at all. And now comes the relocate. There's the silence, and suddenly everyone shows themselves, and Loda will be able to walk through the trees because it's a Spectre thing, kind of, you know. OP,
Mid lane,
but
two
whatever.
dog dead. And they managed to find him out. Nice roar coming in from Bulldog while that was going on.
And one of those situations where Alliance recognize the jump on the top, so they make their move mid lane. And they're going to be the one to succeed. And they're looking to reward themselves with a nice little +1 on this tier 2 tower. Nearby is Ricky, though. He makes his jump for Bulldog here. There's the smoke turnaround Sunray. As the Jug ult will fly. An Omni Slash will help secure the deal on Bulldog. But now they got the dust and the turnaround. Spartan tries to help, but it's not going to be enough. Now dominating S4's Viper. Him and his support team will get the hell out of there. But, you know, a 1-for-1 trade nonetheless.
Luckily, they had the moderate level 11 ulti there. Else, it would have done absolutely nothing because there were so many creeps around. But managed to get Bulldog. At least that's a good return kill for them. And I think they're still doing a really good job from AF. They're not letting Loda free farm at all in this game. And he still hasn't come to a team fight. And 14 minutes in the game. This is a very underwhelming Spectre right now. And they're having a hard time, but as I say that, here they go. They're going to try to make a play, try to get something done.
They better
vision.
have a
Maybe
sentry down, though. Uh-oh. Hey, guys, what are you doing? Okay, well, obviously...
Oh, here comes the
AF,
sentry, though.
no, uh-oh. And he's dead. Okay. Well, the first time he went in there, he knew he was fine, but the second time is when EGM shows up with a sentry ward, and they are quickly awarded with the kill. Now Alliance will see that and recognize that, well, you know, they know we're doing this. Can we take it down fast enough? Spartan shows himself. They're going to commit the roar, and they're going to take down him too. Both supports will drop, and Alliance get right back to work.
It's one of those situations that it's hard to contest when you've already fed your Ricky and you're not in position. Like the puck's top lane, and like we talked about, they thrive on single target pickoffs for AF. When Alliance is grouped up like this around the Roche pit, their team fight is way superior.
Not too phased. Thug continues his push through this top lane now. Start tickling at this tier 2. Still holding his Veil, but let's see if he's going to be able to kind of put together something like a Blink Dagger for his benefit here soon. But what is the next peaking window, would you say, here? As bottom lane,
they
managed to already take down Loda's Aegis, yeah. And now Madara is going to be slowed up from S4. Spartan's going to be forced to step in and save him.
Oh, no, that was just relocate back, so this should be... Wisp will be fine, at least.
All right,
but
so
that's going to be the tower gone. Bottom
tower will go down, but they take the Loda Aegis. Thug continues to work at this top tier too, yeah, though. But he's been here this whole time, pushing and farming it down. And with the help of Spartan, it could be a trade. It will be. Alliance are still working on this tier 1. AF will do it even faster, and they're also pushing the mid lane tier 2 as well. They're hungry for money, though, on the side of Alliance here. I mean, Loda's build-up, we already know, is to be a bit slow, and Spectre usually needs a longer build-up, but he's already committed now for at least a trusty Vite booster on the side, just so he at least has some more, you know, life.
I think one more tower hit. He tanked like 4 on the tier 2 tower. We know those things have buffed.
Lions quickly take 2 towers too, and their party keeps going here in the bottom lane. And they'll take their own tier 2, so 2 towers apiece. And they're not done yet. Alliance are making the move in. They plop down a sentry, and they think they got a good fight here. At least confident to have S4 out in the front. tanking things up. I imagine. I figured Alliance would consider pulling off here soon, and it looks like they will. Yeah, all
They were
5
forcing
are
back the TPs. Yeah, they forced all the TPs back from AF, and that just allows them to free farm their jungle now and go back and farm the mid lane. So that's a good play, not to go high ground obviously, but to force it. So we didn't get to talk much about the Vanguard, did we? For the Juggernaut earlier, Dakota.
Oh, you're right. We did not. I mean, obviously, we'll probably be converted into Abyssal Blade at a future date, but the early Vanguard pickup is definitely a bit unusual.
So the reason why he went for it this game, and I love that he actually did go back for the Battle Fury too, because he realizes that this game could go later, and it's going to help out his farm. He has 147 CS, and Loda is at 73. He is so far ahead that he can potentially carry this game. And the reason why he went Vanguard is because, sure, if you get roared... Oh, top lane though. Hold this.
They make their move in. A relocate is coming. And Thug looks to burst down S4 as he pops his new Crimson Guard. Still survives. Cloak and Dagger is also going to be committed for maybe next time, but eventually they will take down the Viper. And now with Skylark showing up, popping down the darkness and just shutting down Alliance, the egg will crack, Loda will fall, and quickly, that's 4 down. Could be 5 if they stop EGM here, but they won't. Huge fight for AF.
Man, Skylark MVP of that team fight, as well as just the relocate command. He silenced Bulldog right as he was getting the roar off on Thug, and they already took out the tanky Viper as the team fight started. That was really nice, and this is getting scary now for Alliance. Loda's not getting any farm. He's not transitioning. He's not even going for Radiance anymore. That's how hard he's been shut down. He's level 9 at 19 minutes in the game. Like, that is absurd.
It's not looking good here. And this is an elimination match for Alliance. One of the teams, you know, who is the favorite of this qualifier. Direct invite to Manila, and here they are struggling a bit with the Greeks. And we know these teams have been grinding out these qualifier games, and they are definitely tuned in to this current meta and definitely well practiced. And we'll have to see if the response is going to be coming out. This time, no, Bulldog, Lone Druid to fall back on. We know the ceiling for a Viper only goes so high, Ryu. Sometimes we see those battle-built Vipers, but they really also are just not the big, the real thing. When you have a Spectre on your team, this is the one true force you're hoping to kind of, by this point, be sporting a Radiance and being able to start putting together the pieces to, be a factor in the late game. But at the rate it's going right now, this Night Stalker is more scary.
Yeah, when your Viper is the highest net worth in your team, it's not looking good in the situations when it's this far along in the game, 20 minutes. But I have to see. They have eyes. They have vision. Do they have the gem too? Yeah, they have the gem too for Skylark. So they're about to deward this if they want to. But they really want to set up. They have the relocate. Oh, they're going to scout out this smoke too. I'm surprised maybe next time didn't try to break it there.
Nope.
Oh, there he goes.
It breaks now. Do they have a dust? They do. Maybe next time he's in trouble. He goes right into Cloak and Dagger. Now the Haunt comes out. Loda thinks about committing for Skylark here, but they still haven't even finished. Maybe next time, who jukes back out the other way. They're going to leave EGM and Ake to finish the job there while they move forward for Spartan. That will lead to 2 kills, 2 supports for Alliance. That's pretty good. I mean, AF did spot that smoke play, but it looks like they couldn't make it away from trouble fast enough.
Yep. I'm curious to see what AF are going to do now. It was nice of Alliance to make that play, but now you don't have your Haunt, now you don't have your Roar, your Necros. So, and with the only killing the supports now, are AF going to immediately go somewhere now? Because we talked about it, like how are AF going to go high ground? And there's only one tier 2 tower left on the Alliance side that they can go for. But I guess I'll go back to the Vanguard question now. We have a little bit of time here. Yeah. I mean, can't even talk in this game at all because there's constant action. But the Vanguard talked about it. If you get roared and you're not able to get the relocate safe fast enough, then you're just going to burst it down.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice pickup. And I don't think Drums is good enough anymore for the stats. Sure, it's good for team play, and you're trying to chase constantly, but I just think the Vanguard was really good because it gives you that more regen and sustain. So I like the item. S4 getting scouted.
Yep. And as they move in now, they'll slow him down and relocate. Also going to be committed for this one. It's Madara and Spartan here. Omni Slash will quickly go out. The Crimson Guard does a nice job mitigating the damage, but now the Roar follow-up will quickly get rid of the Wisp. Good egg from Ake here. They are going to get a mega kill on for the Jug, but can they take him down in the end and get a big piece of that money pie? Alliance won it, but it looks like it might not be so easy. Lotus still not in huge fighting shape, and they've already committed their big ultis, and now Thug shows up. They get the burst, the rift here for Bulldog. They'll be able to sidestep and blink back into safety. And Alliance might have just gotten themselves out from what could have been a pretty sticky situation. But nonetheless, they do walk away with the better trade once again. They do lose S4, though. And, for Radiant, they continue to kind of show their dominance here.
At least it was only S4 going down this time. If Loda dies another time there, you're starting to get really worried in this game where he's not making any item progression. Eyes on Bulldog. And it was really nice.
Get that bird out of here. Damn.
That was just mean. Bulldog went for Necro 2 first and then Blink Dagger. I'm not sure how I feel about that when there's a Ricky on this field, but he realized he needed some form of initiation extra because against the Night Stalker kind of screwed him in that one situation.
Yeah, they don't have really any other initiation aside from a Haunt, but the Haunt isn't a very scary Haunt at the moment, so they need some way to kind of get the fight started, or maybe if there's going to be some sort of Roche play in the future, they would love to have Bulldog to be able to get himself in a good position to lead things out. And speaking of Roche, Spartan will take care of this pesky boar so they can eyeball exactly when it's going to be back up. It's getting close, and Alliance have already smoked and start heading that way. We'll have to see if they can manage to get the catch here. Close by is Spartan. Oh, and then now they make their go. There's the war. Spartan's dead. Okay, that was fast. And they're hoping for more here, but Jug is not going to be an easy target unless they want to, somehow refresh the roar. That's not going to be the case this time. And, well, now suddenly the rest of the Radiant show up here. Alliance might need to consider pulling out and getting straight back. They have a numbers advantage, but especially if this Wisp comes back, he could relocate in, and Alliance could find themselves into a little bit of trouble.
It was good of Bulldog not to pop that Necro 3, so they still have that to work with. That'll help them a lot for DPSing down the heroes, mana burning too. But yeah, it's a situation where Alliance need to back off. They don't have their Haunt up. It's nighttime. They don't have the superior vision. Now it's daytime, no Haunt. It's 11 a.m. This is Alliance's prime time now. Take this.
They go for the Roche here. They need this. If they don't get this, then AF could use this Aegis to potentially begin to ascend into the high ground, and then that's where Alliance could really begin to struggle. They start to dish out the damage. It's not the best. They jump in from Ricky to quickly take out the bird, and now Alliance realize that trouble could be approaching. Roar just for the Jug. They followed up with a multicast, and quickly they'll reposition him, and now Alliance are just halfway committed between doing the Roche and taking this fight. There's going to be the Omni to look for Spartan. Spartan's going to go ahead and get under the Climber Cape. He's good. Aki finds a good spot to egg. Loda tries to hide under it, retreats back and out. Looks like it'll be 1-1 apiece, but they've already lost their hardest hitter in S4. And now they could get a good takedown. They grab the Jug kill, and Alliance are looking for more. Thug is going to be forced to retreat, and Alliance might have just won this fight. And now they can step back and make a go for the Roche and finish it.
All these heroes are just so tanky. Oh, they have Gem onto EGM. Rip.
And they'll get another freebie on that one, taking down the Ricky. Alliance now. Okay, the farm comes together, and Lotus net worth begins to go back up on the rise here. It's a good step in the right direction. In this case, I would say it's what? Step number 2 of a 5-step program? That seems fair.
It could be a good program to be in, but it's still looking very good for Alliance in these situations where we kind of talked about it earlier, how AF need to be ahead like 15, 20 kills at this stage in the game, where they're not. And that's a little concerning for AF because the scaling, as we talked about it, Alliance have the superior scaling into this later stages of the game. Their heroes are very tanky, so it's hard for them to get any burst damage. So it's kind of like all on this Juggernaut. And there's still a good timing window for Juggernaut. Once he gets his Abyssal Blade next and one more item, he can potentially still carry this game solo, but after that it's going to be nigh impossible. So they have another good 20 minutes here for AF before you have to start panicking.
So with that little bit of wiggle room, we'll see what they can do with it. Oh, they gotta be careful. EGM has that gem. Maybe next time immediately heads up and above to avoid crossing paths. But they will scout out that the most of Alliance is up here. And looks like they used to relocate, but just for some splitting farm.
Oh, he's going for Butterfly. Butterfly Jug. I really like it in this game. There's a lot of physical damage coming out from Alliance. Get that extra evasion. Could be the item they desperately need.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit, though, before something like that comes into Alliance possession here. But darkness will fall, and there'll be a gathering here from Alliance. It looks like Ake holds a smoke. And as they're going to be considering going for it, though, look who's hanging out nearby. Maybe next time is close here with the Night Stalker. If Alliance want to make a move now, it might be spotted out. Oh, and they go for it. Just as the Ricky's heading out, though. Ricky kills it. And now we'll see. I don't know. It's a long journey here for Alliance. They still have a couple of towers here in the top lane to go for, though, which is kind of free money for them. And it looks like that's what they're going to be going for here. I don't know if they're hoping to bait out Loda first. And it looks like that could be the case. They'll have Loda kind of go for the sieging to finish off the tower. And oh, they see a courier.
Radiant's top tower.
Good old-fashioned roar, blink roar.
Go, go.
Oh, that's my butterfly.
That's the, as you mentioned, butterfly going down. Good spot out there from Bulldog. And while this happens, we already have a high ground siege, though, from AF. This Jug is starting to siege away at this tier 3. Alliance will get that tier 1, but they have to quickly pull back. And they'll zone things off with a cloud, so. Alright, a mild siege comes out. Oh, 2 towers go down, actually. Alliance get 2 towers. Man, they took that second tower real fast.
Still a good trade for AF. They can't fight into the Aegis, and they force them back. And with the courier going down like that, you have to make as much time. Oh, Loda found here, but I mean, they should probably run. He has Aegis still.
It does not look like Skylark wants to run.
Oh, they're running.
And now
they hurt me. They hurt me. It's just they don't have vision of where Alliance are, and just killing them once isn't enough.
We have a gem now for Skylark, so at least he can use that with his ridiculous night radar. And at least clear the path here up in the woods. But Alliance are starting to come on their own advancement here down the mid lane. Looking to rid of the final outer tower here for the Greeks. And we'll have to see. I don't think it's good timing yet for Alliance to siege into high ground territory, but I suppose, you know, with the Aegis in hand, might as well put it to some use. Loda goes right in, and they begin to go to work on this tier 3. We'll see what Finem can do. They don't really have the best team for a high ground defense. They have Puck to kind of start things off, but I'm curious to see if they have a good answer for this Alliance push.
Oh, they're just going to go for the rat. They actually going to get the racks on the top lane.
Oh, wow,
already.
they're getting much faster. Man, Madara hits real fast. Alliance could be in trouble here. They're hitting the racks now, but the global goes out, and they're going to try their classic play where they go to the bottom lane right after. They split up and apart, and now Alliance make their move in the mid. And we'll see. Back at the racks they go. But look who's back at top lane. They're going to get the racks themselves. It's a racks apiece, possibly.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, Alliance will get the mid racks.
Radiant's middle barracks.
We'll see if they're satisfied with that. No, they're not. They're going bottom. Oh, they see the TP now. Oh, Thug jumps in, no coil, but he gets the Rift Silence, orb forward. Madara also wants to square up. He's going to lose his ward, pops the mantle. Loda eats a lot of damage, but he gets the Crimson help from S4. And now they look to Ake. Ake might need to egg if he wants to live, but he'll probably save it. And he will.
Face your death.
Oh boy, this Juggernaut is getting super scary.
Yep.
He's gonna have his Butterfly plus a Basher, and they got the Rax top. S4? Hey S4, buddy. Alright, I wanna hug you.
Uh-oh.
Come back.
He's running. Jug's real fast, though. He gets the one hit in, but that allows some time for them to get close enough. They have good assistance there with the Force Staff, but the chase still continues. Oh, tricks of the trade. So Bulldog's not going to be able to roar. It looks like that will be the end of the chase. I say that, but Spartan, yeah.
You're located to the bottom lane by himself.
Uh-oh, okay.
That was funny.
All right, he's back out.
I think he wanted to
cheeky stuff.
But he messed up.
So it's a Rax for a Rax, though, in the end. And a tier 3 also going down on Alliance's side here in the bottom lane. And if we look at the net worth overall, it's really not far off each side. I mean, they have a 2,500 net worth advantage or so for Radiant. And the XP obviously still mostly on the Jug as far as where the favor goes. But this game is still not over for one side or the other. Alliance have still got themselves back into at least a pretty damn good spot. Though things, as you can see, could be very scary with any sort of commitments they make.
This is, yeah, dead even. When I say dead even, it's a very close game right now. Very close. And it's hard to say who has the edge. It's going to come down to initiations more so. And there's just a lot more opportunities, I think, for AF to win this game in the next 10-15 minutes than there are for Alliance. Because they have the Lincolns on the puck. They even have the Lotus Orb on the Night Stalker. They have a lot of ways to disengage this Beastmaster roar, and then now you have Madara, who's just top dog, and there's not a real way to kill him. I don't think even if they roar him, they can burst him down in enough time. And then you still have the Wisp relocate behind him. So AF are in a very good position now to put a lot of pressure on Alliance.
And well, we'll see what AF want to do with the advantage and this strong Jug. New Roche timer is about to pop up. It's about 1.5 minutes. So they will have to wait a little bit here, but it's probably something that Finem are going to hold out for. But you're right. I mean, they are the team that seem to have the bigger guns, if you will. Alliance, though, not looking to be taken out so easily here. Radiant's now in hand for Loda. Been a bit, but he has one now. So he'll have his own evasion to share, and a good way to kind of do some work on some of these more flimsy supports. You know, thankfully for Spartan, he has a Glimmer Cape to work with, but you know, it is something they'll have to be careful about. I mean, even Ricky only has 1,000 life to his name.
Speaking of Ricky, he went for a blink. I was thinking, hey, what are you doing maybe next time? Are you going to save for a Diffusal Blade? That could have potentially done a lot of work in the team fights, but instead he's just going to go for the Blink Dagger. So it's all about positioning for him and setting up these big smoke screens and tricks of the trade plays right now. Which he's been a very big nuisance, I must say, in these team fights, all things considered. And I think the Phoenix has been shut down successfully in the Sunray department, but not the egg department. That's the thing where Ake has, you know, still showing.
They could wrap do it all the way up and around here. I don't know. Alliance are already beelining their way back. And maybe next time we'll be able to get a ward inside the base here. It's probably going to get spotted here in just a second, but it will be spotted. But at least they'll have the intel to see that Alliance have returned. And now they'll see that Roche is up. So they force Alliance back inside the base. And it looks like they might just blitz for the Roche and get the Aegis on their side as fast as possible. And indeed, that's what they do.
Yeah, he's just creating space now for maybe next time. He showed top. He wants Bulldog to think that he's there. And then now he's going to potentially... Oh, no. He's not going to scout it out.
Can they get it in time? Loda is on route. He has the haunt. He's going to be spotted out from Skylark here. Dagger, Bulldog waiting to jump in with the roar. They make their go. Madara's in trouble. Alliance are looking to step in. The egg to the high ground now. It's chaos inside the Roche pit. The Roche is going to be going down. It's the Dire who grab it, and it's Loda who picks up the Aegis. Cheese is still out. Alliance will still get that one. Spartan hangs on the high ground and waits here. But this is an unfortunate disaster.
S4 is going to go down too. He's got the Abyssal Blade. Crits to the face.
Ooh, force away.
Flutter.
Spin will finish him off.
Go get that TP.
Looks like he's good. He's got to get it and go. He gets a Rax. And that'll be the end of it. My God. So Alliance managed to get in. They contest the Roche. They get it for themselves. They still have the Aegis, and then oh, Madara gets his BKB and then uses it. That's unfortunate, yeah.
And he spawns the cute little kitty.
He had to warm it up first, you know?
Hell yeah, he warmed that up.
What do you think, though? So at the end of that, I mean, they get another Rax here in the bottom lane. It's a melee one, too, so it will definitely help keep the pressure on the side of Alliance, but I mean, it looks like they're already getting back in action right now. They have a DD rune here on the Jug. I mean, is it continue to go here for them while they still have this opportunity? You don't want to risk Loda being too much of a problem. Gets Lincoln's up now. There's the jump in, the save from Spartan. He's going to pull them back into more of a safety area as the Cloud is also going to separate the rest of Alliance here. They can't await the jump back here from the Wisp, but they're going to be able to lock him in his place before he can make it away. Ooh, they almost get him. But he will make it out. Tricks to the trade can be popped in the mid lane. And Alliance consider making a move out. Looks like the situation will be diffused a bit.
That was very scary for me.
Bulldog. He gets quickly silenced. He doesn't even have the roar. Haunt will be there. Loda commits in towards Thug, but Thug will make the long jump away to safety. Oh, and that's going to be a Haunt on cooldown. I don't know if that was worth it.
Yeah, that was completely not worth it. Now you have Madara's BKB back up. They'll have relocate up soon too. This could be a good time for them to try and siege. And I mean, this game has been so action-packed at times. We haven't get to talk about like all the items, but Viper had his Hurricane Pike finished a good 10 minutes ago or something. That was, I haven't got to see it in play yet. He's only done it defensively for himself.
Yeah.
And now he's got the Assault. So trying to tank up as much as possible against this Juggernaut, and it's a good item choice here to help out. He needs to have as much armor as he can to withstand this Juggernaut right now. Oh, mid lane. This could be it.
Darkness is going to be popped. He'll look to make a quick go. S4 is going to use his Pike, but it shoves him back. Pops his crits, and he's soaking up all that damage pretty nicely with the assistance of Ake coming in. Now Loda shows his face, but S4 could be in trouble. He's hard to bring down, but they'll finally get him. Coil going to be committed as Loda will get the finish on Skylark, and now Thug is going to be caught up in the mix. Madara turns back for the egg. Will be able to take it down. Double kill for him, and he's going to go for Bulldog, making an ultra kill. He's going for Loda. Loda's not going to make it away. He gets stunned and taken down. That's an Aegis going to be committed. Can they make it possibly a Ravage for Madara? It looks like he will be able to make it through the trees and jump forward, though, from maybe next time. And I think they might have to let him go. But Alliance take a hard hit.
Who do we got? Buybacks. We need them.
Buybacks on 3. And there goes 2. EGM still has one. We'll wait for now, though, but now the Jug begins to go to work on this tier 3. There's going to be no Roar, no Egg, and I don't know if they have a good way to stop this. Loda is going to have his Haunt here in 1 second. But the Raxes are in trouble. Now the Haunt going to come out. Madara has his eyes on the prize. He has his eyes on the grand final, and he's just going to keep going for the Rax. EGM and Bulldog both try to stop him, but they can't. The Swordsman gets the job done, and he's just walking away. Pops his BKB, says, "Get the hell out of my way, Aki," but Bulldog will be there to save him with the Roar. But it's Megas. Almost.
No.
Almost Megas. There's one more ranged Rax.
They need to just go all in now for Alliance. Down the middle, they can just push it out. It's actually very tough to say what they should do because you have buyback relocate potential in the back of Alliance's head because they're master rats, right? And they're like, Well, the only thing left to do is actually to go down mid, and it looks like they might try to go for the relocate play with Juggernaut.
Okay, well, I will
Need to keep that
keep
in
an
your head.
eye here on the Alliance side. Everyone, watch out now for the relocate closure. But here comes Alliance. The buyback from Jug.
Haven't lost heart.
And it looks like they'll go for the defense instead here. Here comes Alliance now. Right for the jugular. Jump in early from Thug. Also a Cloud going to be committed. S4 begins to siege onto the tier 4. A move in, a Tricks of the Trade will force them to reposition and pull off. But Dar's creeping forward with the Glimmer. Has an Omni. Everything is up and ready to work with. Alliance go right back to work on the tier 4s now. Glyph will be committed. They step back again. Very tense situation here for Alliance. If they want to stay alive in this tournament, they need to win this game. Tier 4.
She's on S4, by the way.
Jumping again from Thug. They now even have a Lotus Orb here to help out for this Jug. But S4 continues to grind away. Can he get it? It doesn't look like it. So if they slowly siege it, eventually they will make their move. A bounce back stun. And they will burst down Loda. A buyback, a haunt to get him back into the base. Hockey's going to commit the egg. Modara goes right for the egg, spins for it. Makes his move forward. Thug, though, getting slashed up. And it looks like Modara's in trouble. Trying to make it back for the fountain. It looks like he will make it back to the safety zone. And now Alliance have to frantically go back for the towers. Can they get the tier 4 down? Can they go for the shrine? They're going to be going for it here to stay alive. Can they stop him? They move in. They're going to pop the Cloud. Now they focus the Bulldog down. They'll get him. Meanwhile, Loda still going for the shrine here. S4 also diverting a lot of attention his way. Loda still going for it. Can they stop him? He's inside the shrine. They can't get him. He's inside the shrine attacking it as much as he can. Thug tries his best, but they all go down. They can't do it. Finem hold, and now they TP in to finish the game. Alliance have been eliminated from the Summit 5, and the Greeks move on to the finals to face Virtus Pro.
What a game. What a game. Those plays all around. Alliance had a chance to win this game, but man, AF, they showed us that Riki is viable. Oh, what a hero. What plays coming in. Madara, Juggernaut carrying this game so hard on his back. And, you know, I learned something new this game. Whisk can relocate out a Juggernaut ulti. During the ulti. That's what happened during that last team fight. That was...
Really?
That was weird. Yeah. It was...
Where do you click?
He clicked on... He was tethered to the Juggernaut as the Juggernaut he just was about to ulti right after the tether, and then he got relocated out. So that was very interesting. But props to both AF and Alliance. What a series.
They made that game very difficult to cast. It was so much action happening at once. Like, I mean, I'm obviously not the best caster on the block and frequently stumbling on my words, but that's when you know you have a good Dota match. It's just when there are frequently no good words to say, and that you just would rather just watch the game unfold before your eyes.
To watch that
like
game.
I'd rather just be sitting and watching this kind of a game without having to talk about it, but you have to, and it's just there's so much happening at once when they're split pushing, when they're going for racks while there's that big, Roche steal happening. I mean, Alliance tried their damnness to pull out the win here. A lot of people might be suspect about their draft for Game 1 and going for the Legion Commander. And here in Game 2, obviously, Loda did struggle a bit at the start and couldn't quite find the farm early enough. But we got to give props where it's due. And, Team AF, the Greeks, they've been playing a hell of a game so far. And now they are going to be facing off against Virtus Pro. The winner of that is going to be coming out to Los Angeles and competing at the LAN. It's going to be super hype, and that match is going to be happening tomorrow. So with that, Ryu, I think we should just wrap things up. Why don't you go ahead? Any final shout-outs and things you want to plug before we conclude today's casts?
Yeah, I think I've not as good. I think yesterday was pretty warm-up day for me. Today, I think I've done a much better job of casting a little bit more with you. I've been rusty. So if you guys like me or have any comments, just throw them at me at Ryuuboruzz. That's on Facebook and Twitter. I would like to hear from you more. I'll be streaming more too if you want to watch the Kappa Pride himself. So you can come check me out on my channel here. And as always, Dakota, really fun casting with you. I think we'll be back tomorrow. So that should be one hell of a best of 5 series that can go all the way.
Yes, it will. It'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So, guys, that's going to do it. If you missed any of the games, be sure you check out the VODs over on the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel. And other than that, we'll see you tomorrow for the Summit 5 European Grand Final. Virtus Pro versus Finem. Should be hype. We'll see you then.